What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Normally I would do a midweek update, Wednesday, Tuesday, somewhere in there. But I thought I would do a video early this week in hopes that I can squeeze an extra video in toward the end of the week if everything goes to plan. Also, you're going to notice yet another new vantage point. This is all just me trying to keep things fresh here and there. Not every video is going to be made from this vantage point. I'm probably going to switch back to the desk, go back and forth. But this is a good spot for me to do updates because I have plenty of room to lay everything out in front of me on this big white bench that you guys can see from the other side of the room. So here we are. I have some fairly good progress on the Stranger Things Blazer. And then I have 3 kits that I recently acquired, 2 that I purchased, and then 1 that I worked out a trade with a buddy. So I thought I'd show them to you. As far as the Blazer goes, we've got the first coat of clear down on it. So what I'll do is I will wet sand this lightly. Then I'm going to do my decals. Now, the reason why you do that, a lot of you know, but some of you might not know. When you put a decal over something shiny, if you put it on top or if you put it on something flat and then clear coat over, sometimes it will silver is what they call it. So that's where you can see the edges of the decal film actually. So by putting a layer of clear down and then getting it smooth and then putting the decal on the clear, it's on a shiny surface, so that edge of that decal film disappears, and then you clear coat over that and it really hides everything. So that's what we're going to do with that. That's looking pretty good. It does need a lot of work. That's the body. The hood has got some dust on it. Not really in it. Just have to do a little bit of touch up with that again. There's no decal going on this hood, but this is still just the first coat of clear. So we got that. Floorboards. So there's the interior part. The exterior part, you'll notice that this has got the underhood stuff. I wanted this to be flat black. And the reason why I did this all flat is because my thought process is if I'm going to own this Blazer and it's going to be lifted and it's going to be off-road at some point in time, I wouldn't want a carpet in this. It would be like the big Jeep I have. So that has got just metal floors that I painted with a high quality epoxy gray paint. That's it. If I had a truck like this, it would have a rubber mat inside. So I'm trying to depict the rubber mat that's inside that. And then the bottom, obviously, going to be flat. Let's move on to the chassis. So the chassis we've gotten together. I was able to put this thing mostly together on the Sunday build room, which worked out pretty good. So there's the bottom side. We painted this with Tamiya black. So it's got like a semi-gloss sheen to it. Those wheels are MCV product. W17 Super Swampers with slotted wheels and locking hubs. That's what we've got on this. These are my all-time favorite wheel. And Super Swampers you can't go wrong with. So this actually has only got 3 in it. I plan to use these wheels a lot on some of these 4-wheel drives. And they're all going to need a full-size spare. So there's my set for the full-size spare. And then we move on to the engine. So the engine is the kit engine. I did use an MCV Products Holley 4-barrel because it fit that air cleaner very nicely. Those are Iceman Collections Moroso valve covers with T-handles and the matching Moroso air cleaner. And that's a Concore wired HEI style distributor. So that's that. That's the progress we have. Oh, and then I'm pretty sure I've already showed you, but this is going to be the color for the inside. I basically have to flat coat this, but that's got a little too much shine to it, just a bit. So we're going to flat coat that, and that's going to be the color of the inside. So we're making pretty good progress on that, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm hoping to make a little bit more progress each night as we go, and then I can film what I've gotten done at the end of the week and show you guys. So that'll be pretty cool. Now, move on to the kits. So the first kit I'm going to show you guys, my friend Dave came over. I had some decals from STS made for Dave, which came out amazing. I cannot recommend STS decals anymore than I already do. They're top-notch, quick. There's not a bad thing I can say about the company. So if you need custom decals or decals replicated in any way, they're your guys. Go see them. Anyway, so I made some decals for Dave's train sets. And he came over, and when he came over to pick up the decals, he had brought a kit with him, and he said, "Hey, this doesn't really interest me. What do you got to trade?" So he stood here in the room, scratched his head a little bit, looked at the stash, and then it was like, I don't really see anything. You wouldn't happen to have I was like, yeah, actually, I think I got that. So while I'm digging through, because so that's 4 deep, that stash, right? So as I'm digging stuff out, he's like, "Oh, you got one of those too?" And I was like, yeah, yep. So we traded. We made a trade, and I gave him a kit. I told him that, I would trade him later on, but Dave, kit's yours. I'm not gonna build it. So you helped me out enough during the winter with plowing. This guy will stop at the house when I'm at work and Heather's home here, and we've got like a foot of snow in the driveway. He will stop and plow the driveway without even asking. Nicest guy ever. And I met him through this video stuff. So anyway, this is the kit that we traded for. I'm pretty excited to have this. This is the special edition 72 Herstall's Cutlass convertible. I do have the Cutlass coupes, and then I've got this fascination with convertibles. I don't know why. I picked up that Camaro convertible. Now I've got this. So I'm happy to have this. It's sealed. I'm sure it's in really good shape inside, obviously. So thank you, Dave. Really appreciate that. So that's the first kit we got. And then I was able to purchase these 2 kits. This first one is a must-have because it's a lifted truck. Gotta have it. And I was looking forward to this kit anyways. Mobius makes a nice Ford kit. And this has got the lifted stuff with the big off-road bumper, winch. It's got, I really hope, it's got rifles that go in the gun rack in the back window, your light bar, roll bar stuff. This is a cool kit. So, very happy to have this kit in the stash. This will get built pretty soon. I know I say that about everything, right? But anyway, this won't languish on the shelf. This won't be a kit that sits there for multiple years. This will get built pretty quickly. So we got that. And then this is what I'm very excited for this. I saw this and I was like, yes, please. So the Hasegawa MR2 AW11 early version G limited moonroof 1984. That is a cool vintage Toyota. Very cool vintage Toyota. So here's the one thing that bums me out about this kit. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to get too detailed into the kit on what it is, but I'm going to show you that it's molded in green plastic. It's actually molded in gray and green. Anyway, it's okay. Primer will cover everything. That's a very cool. I love these cars. Always have, and I'm a huge Toyota fan. You guys know that. So happy to have that. So that's it. We're all caught up. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. check out everything linked in the description of the video. They, as always, will appreciate it just as much, if not more, than I will. And I'll see you on the next video. Oh, real quick, before I end this video. See you on the next one.